2217. Looks like I can't see his name tag. 2222.
Jeff,
how we doing?
long time no see. I saw you yesterday.
Right? I'll be right back. Hang on. Just try and document this other number. 2214. You guys real busy?
Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Depends on your definition.
Well, I don't want to interfere. But you rolled down the window, so I figured I'd come chat a little. You know what I mean?
I like you.
Definitely don't want to interfere, though.
I don't want to talk to anyone I don't like.
Right?
To
No, I appreciate you guys.
How did court go?
You know, it went really well. Went really well. I'm going to be doing an update on the channel with everything. I ended up taking a plea based on one of the Supreme Court cases that recently came out. And based on that, the fight, although I believe I would have won everything, prosecution dropped everything. Prosecution's like, oh, there's no way I'm going to win this. So they dropped everything but the most minor charge they could, which was the disorderly, right? And that recent Supreme Court case based on disorderly, I can see where the prosecution could have a good argument, if that makes sense.
So it just wasn't worth the fight?
So I took a no contest on that, you know, based on the totality of it. And then it just opens everything up for it. I'm basically ripe for my 1984 now. Because of the number of rights violations involved in the overall stop, that minor little inconvenience, I'm ripe for the 1984, if that makes sense. So, unfortunately, a few of you guys are going to be named personally since Irizarry versus Yahia takes away your qualified immunity. Especially whereas on that arrest, in the code itself, it clearly states that that particular, what I was arrested for, right in it, it says does not apply to First Amendment protected activities. Like written right into the code. I don't know why she didn't look at that. It was pure stupidity. So, needless to say, you know, we'll go from there. We'll do the 1984 and maybe we can get some more some more justification in the way y'all do your jobs. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Because it is all about the accountability. It's about doing things proper.
Yeah, I don't like when cops do things improperly.
That gives you a bad name. That makes things hard for you. It makes it dangerous for you. In my opinion, your guys' worst enemy is a bad cop.
I agree.
I've had officers tell me it was the media, and it's not the media.
Yeah, it's...
Media just exposes. You know what I mean? We don't write the narrative. We're just exposing that narrative. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt or interfere, you know what I mean?
Fine.
Anything I need to worry about here in this neighborhood?
This is just
Proactive. I don't understand how police can be proactive.
So,
could you
understand
elaborate?
what proactive means?
I do. I'm just wondering how you can, as a police officer, your job is to enforce laws. So how do you do that proactively?
So,
Just for clarification.
reactive police work is when we receive a call,
Right.
we respond to the call, and we deal with it.
Right.
That's reactive. And just because something is not called in does not mean illegal things are not happening.
Right.
So proactivity is going out of our way to find those illegal things and then take action. So we're not waiting for a phone call or a 911 report. We're going out and seeing if we can identify illegal activity.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then we take action.
Fair enough. Now,
But I'm doing my thing here. If you want to talk to another officer, cool.
no problem. Like I said, I didn't want to interfere. So if it's getting to that point, then you have a good day. I appreciate yellers.
See ya.
Yep. Hey, welcome in, Tapatios. I appreciate you. Four Corners, welcome in. Wiedemann, welcome in. 71. Let's go. Welcome in. Joko KS, welcome in. Hey, my brother. See if I can do this. There we go. Anyway. So pre-crime. So they're out here actively looking for, welcome in the Utah Kid. So, and that other unit, 2214 over there. Step back where I can keep everybody in view. Got one officer still right here, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and cross the road here. Make sure I keep my distance and get this other unit logged in here. That's 2224. Making sure she's got her thing shut there. That was good of her. So,
sir.
How you doing, ma'am?
Good. I'm just going to ask you to stay right there for
No, you're not going to stop me. No, you're not.
Okay.
You can't interfere with my First Amendment rights to record this. Put up the crime scene tape.
Okay?
Put up crime scene tape. You can't stop me on a sidewalk. I'll stay out of your area, but you're not stopping the First Amendment. I'm not going over there. I ain't going to interfere with your stuff. You should know that. Don't try to interfere with the First Amendment, ma'am. Ma'am, you can back up. You are not going to stop me from recording this. That's fine. You can say whatever you want. That's not going to stop me from recording this. I can name you in the lawsuit if you continue to interfere.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr.
Don't think for a second that I won't.
Go ahead. You have the liberty to do that, Mr.
You're right, I do. Are you familiar with Arizari versus Yahia?
Yes, I do.
You are familiar. So you understand that your qualified immunity is out the window.
Are you okay? Why are you shaking?
Because you're pissing me off, bitch.
Why are you getting pissed?
Why are you interfering with my constitutional rights?
Talking to me.
Why are you interfering with my constitutional rights? You literally stepped in front of me and interfered with my right to movement. My right of travel was interfered with, right? Do you understand what constitutional rights are? You swore an oath to uphold them. Sure. Why are you trying to interfere with them? Back off.
I am right here.
Back off. You have no right to interfere with me fucking catching this on camera.
Perfect.
What's your name, boss? You've been pretty good, and I understand you're just putting yourself in a position. What's your name?
Officer Mosman.
Mosman, thank you. Appreciate you. I understand you're just putting yourself in tactical position for your partner here. Not an issue with that. It's what she should have done instead of interfering. Yeah. Laugh it up.
I will.
There you go, folks. There's the thumbnail. There's the thumbnail. You don't have a good side.
It's okay.
No such thing. You right there, you're exactly what me and that other officer was just talking about.
Okay.
You're going to get officers killed.
That's fine.
You are going to get officers killed. You are the problem. Yes, I'm in Orem, Jordan. Thank you. No, she doesn't believe in freedom. You're absolutely right. That right there is exactly what is described in the Bill of Rights. Have you ever read the Bill of Rights?
Yes, I did, sir.
Yeah, you ought to read the prologue to it, the intro. Okay. It describes you.
Perfect.
You are exactly what the Bill of Rights was written for.
I will
You should. I don't understand why you guys do this shit.
Okay.
Every other officer out here knows me and they know I'm not going to interfere. And then we have cunts like you that want to come up and interfere. Put yourself on camera and become fucking famous.
Okay.
Why do you want to do that?
Okay.
It's really simple. Leave us alone, we'll leave you alone.
Perfect. Noted. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely right. That right there is the definition of corruption. Somebody that looks you in the eye and lies to you, tells you that they know what they're talking about when they read the Bill of Rights. Do you even know what the rights are?
I already told you that I did.
Yeah. Can you name the first 5 elements of the First Amendment? Can you name any of the first 5 rights in the Constitution?
Do you know them?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I do too.
I bet any 10 motherfuckers on this channel can repeat them to you.
That's good.
I bet
That's
you
good
can't
that you're
repeat
doing
them
more
right
for
now.
other citizen rights, sir.
I bet you can't repeat the first 5 elements of the First Amendment. Just the First Amendment.
That's your opinion. That's
Not even the 10 that you swore an oath to uphold.
Okay. That's your opinion, sir.
Yeah, it is my opinion. Prove me wrong.
There's nothing to be proven, right?
Name the first 5 elements in the Constitution or in the Bill of Rights.
I don't have to. Just like
No, you don't have to. And every time you say that, you show your stupidity.
Perfect.
You prove to us exactly what the problem is. You swore an oath to uphold something that you directly interfere with on a regular basis. You are a liar.
Perfect. Thank you.
You are exactly why they created the Brady list.
Okay.
Bitches like you.
Thank you, sir. Huh?
We're good here. You can.
I'm good.
Nah, she wants, ego will keep her around. Ego. Look at how big it is right there. That's going to keep her around forever.
Is the GoPro going too?
I wonder.
Nah, it's like just a genuine question.
Yeah, you're right, guys. You're right, absolutely. That right there is the definition of the ego that gets good officers killed. I hope you think about that. I hope you think about that. Because there's a lot of goddamn good officers in this state. On your force. And you put them in danger when you act that way. You are the problem. You are why people like me are out here recording shit. Corruption, like you. Oh, absolutely, I agree. Nothing uglier than ego on a cop. Oh, absolutely, you're right. You're right, Miller. No, Moosman's doing good. He understands. That's right, Wiedemann. I am currently engaging in 3 of those first 5 elements in the very First Amendment of the Bill of Rights. Hey, welcome in, guys. Exactly, there's no crime. I've already been told there's no crime here. So for her to interfere in the way she is, just takes it even one step further down that rabbit hole for 1983 sections 241, 242 lawsuit. You know what happened to those 2 cops in Colorado? Irizarry versus Yahia? Do you know how much time they're spending in prison right now? For interfering with a man's camera? For doing exactly what you just did? Yeah, they're doing prison time right now. But you know, don't you? Maybe you ought to go research that case before you end up putting yourself in a lot more hot water. Hey, welcome in, guys. Appreciate y'all coming. Yeah, no, I was having a good conversation with this officer over here. You know, he explains things in a good way. Acted appropriately, acted professionally, all the way around. This guy here, let's go talk to him for a sec. Well, we won't talk to him, but let me point out to you exactly who I'm talking about. Oh, not him. He's not here no more. I guess he left. 2248. These guys want to arrest me for being loud. They can. I'm game. I'm absolutely game. Absolutely. How you doing, Locke?
How you doing, Jeff Gardner?
Oh, sorry, don't mean to. I'm not trying to in no way are you guys in any danger with me. Okay? Just so y'all know, you're in no danger with me, okay?
Over there? There inside.
I appreciate you, Moosman. I really do. You acting appropriate. These guys are making comment on it. I hope maybe somebody will call up the department and give you some commendation.
Appreciate that.
You know, it doesn't take much to remain silent and let people do their jobs.
That's what I'm here for.
You know?
And just like you know, right? You know, we're still in an active
Right.
investigation here. As long as you're not interfering there.
And I told her that from the gate, and she still tried to fucking get in front of me and stop me.
Yeah.
I can get a lot closer than I am. I can get a lot closer than I ever do.
Here where you are is
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How many times have you seen me out like actively get involved into something that I
This is
would
the
be
first time I ever
interfering?
met you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've not watched any of my videos?
No, YouTube?
Yeah.
I haven't.
You haven't? Oh, you're one of the rare ones then. You're one of the rare ones. I'll get you a sticker one of these
I kinda
days,
stay
man.
off YouTube.
I'll get you a sticker one of these days. So the long short is I have a tendency to sometimes get involved in a scene. You know what I mean?
I've been told.
But I will also back the fuck right out of a scene if I'm in one.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? As soon as somebody says, hey, you're actively in my scene, I'll get the fuck out. Because I'm not here to interfere with you guys. You know what I mean? I'm here to document.
You're totally fine.
You know?
I appreciate it. You're only helping us a little bit more with your documentation.
That's the reality, man. That's the reality. This is an objective witness, man. It's an objective witness that is non-biased. You know, I can paint a picture by going in and editing and doing all that, but why?
No, I totally get it.
You know, you watch 90% of, I do edit some of my videos. I edit it for my swear
You actually
words.
Record stuff and.
Well, you're live right now. You guys have been
That's what I
live.
was wondering if it's
Yeah.
live right now. Or
You are live, but I do keep static streams going and what have you for backup, etc. What's
Sorry,
that?
How many subscribers do you have?
I'm right around 11K right now.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe just short, something like that.
You're on YouTube.
Yeah.
What's the stipulation? Where do you get paid? I don't know how many subscribers.
So to get monetized, it's like 1,000 subs, and then you have to have so many hours. Like people have to watch your videos for like 4,000 hours in a row before you can
So
hit
it's kinda
that
more like
monetization
views
thing.
and hours.
There's a lot that goes to it, a lot of different ticks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like you make a lot of money, if you will.
I mean, but it probably pays for
You
what, like
can.
a gas station drink, maybe
Well,
a
you-
snack, maybe a dinner.
So the most I've made is a few hundred in a month.
That's not bad.
You know, and
Gas.
there are guys that are getting checks cut out at like 16,000
No,
every
I just
month.
watched that Mr. Beast Amazon thing, and I know he's a YouTube guy, so I get
That's
it.
what I'm saying. There are guys but for me, it's not about the money. Okay, it's not about the money. You know, look at my record. Anybody who Google my name, I was the first person in this state to be told I could legally have cannabis in my possession.
Cool.
7 years before medical came to the state.
That's pretty cool.
I am very familiar with litigation. I'm one of the few people that don't have a problem going into a courtroom pro se and litigating my way to a victory like I did with the cannabis ruling.
Nice.
You know, but that's because I actually studied the law. You know, yeah, I've done several years. I started studying at well, I can't even say that because I don't want to give too much away on the channel, mind you.
Yeah, you're good.
But I've studied in 4 different colleges here in Utah, specifically in legal studies.
Graduate from all of them?
No,
No.
no,
Studied there?
no. I'm I'm one of them jack of all trades, master of none.
Dude, that's the way to go. That's the way to go.
I've done a lot of things, you know, but mostly it was for my ministry, you know. And so in order,
full time then?
yeah,
YouTubing.
Yeah, I do 100 different jobs. I own 5 different businesses myself. So and then I work for 3 different other companies, and then I stringer, and then I have the YouTube. I mean, I do a lot of things because I'm a firm believer that the only way to riches is through multiple revenue streams.
Yeah.
The more revenue streams you have coming in, the better off you're going to be.
Not too reliant on just one.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm a poor man here in Utah. I'm a poor man here.
It's not hard to do. Utah is not a cheap place to live anymore. So.
I have a very high equity though.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I get you there. Yep.
But I'm a poor man. I live by poor means. You know.
As long as you're
I'm one step.
man,
I'm one step away from homeless. Let's just put it that way.
as long as you're enjoying life, though, right?
But I'm out there every day and I'm helping those guys. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. It's about my ministry and what I do.
Cool.
That this camera never even gets a clue of. Does that make sense? You know, this is just exposing what I see. That's it. Exposing what I see. And occasionally we get an officer like that female officer who gives me lots of views and puts some money in my pocket because they act inappropriately.
Are you on TikTok?
No.
No. Don't do any of the short clips.
No. I do some short stuff, but everything's on, all my stuff's on YouTube. Yeah.
That's cool.
I most of what I do is live stream, mainly because I'm not really good at editing. Okay, so I watch them TV shows, them reality TV shows.
Yeah.
And my hats are off to the editors. The shows are nothing without the editors. My hat, and since now that I understand editing a little bit more, oh yeah, I can't watch a show without
Without thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like that. It's the same thing for me in like watching a cop show.
Right.
It's hard to turn it off.
Right. And yeah, like I say, I try not to edit things so much. Sometimes I have to. Like I'm going to have to go back. Well, okay, maybe not. I didn't get too crazy with this one, with my language. So I'll probably not have to. Sometimes I'll get strike. And that's most of the videos that you see that are edited is because my language got so out of hand that YouTube says, hey man, we're not going to give you no money unless you remove that language.
Makes sense.
You know, I'm a firm believer in the First Amendment. I'm a firm believer that you can say fuck 27 different ways and have 37 different meanings come out of it.
I get you.
You know what I mean? So
I get you. It's kind of a cool poncho.
yeah, I like this one.
Did you get that here in Utah or?
I did actually.
Did you?
I did. It was a gift.
That's cool.
So, and I like it. It keeps me covered. You know what I mean?
I get you. I get you. Not a little hot?
It does get warm. Today it's really warm. It's really warm.
It's starting to cool off a little bit.
But I'm wearing gear. Okay, so here's the thing. So I'll wear this. I'll wear like an orange vest or something. If I'm wearing gear that has like a company slogan or something like that on it, because I don't necessarily want to bring, if I'm going off on a cop, somebody sees that company logo and I might bring negative attention to them, even though I'm not associated with them.
I get you.
And I don't want to do that. I get death threats and stuff for doing this. Like, people think you guys are heroes to the point that they think they need to come kill us because we're recording you. You know, and it's crazy. So I try not to let that negative stuff bleed over to other people, if that makes sense. Hey, sorry guys. I like that. So they're saying that you guys need to take your female officer and get her some ointment cream, for her ailments.
Want to hear something funny too?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got a stuffed pig in my car that's in a cop costume.
Nice. I got
Dude,
so.
I play into the stereotype, man.
Okay, so I have several puppets that I have been known to carry around. I have yet to introduce any of them to the camera. But I have a few puppets that are in police uniforms and stuff like that that I've been waiting to bust out on an opportunity.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
funny.
Today would have been a good opportunity. I just didn't have one with me when I jumped out of the ride. Like I seen you guys, I was like, oh, you gotta let me out. You gotta let me out. I'll go back. So
I was wondering, so you don't stay around here, do you?
no. I try. I mean, I stay in Utah County when I'm in town. Okay, but I own property southeast of here, up in the mountains, and then we own property in
like that down there.
Exactly there. Yeah.
I was gonna ask because I've looked at buying property down there because it's somewhat reasonable.
Don't buy from the Smiths.
I don't even.
Don't buy through the Smiths.
Know,
I'm just
so.
going to say that right now, okay?
Okay, I'll take you up on that.
That's about a racket scheme if ever there was one. But yeah, and we own, and like I said, I own property in other states. I've got businesses in other states and stuff. But predominantly for the last few seasons, we've been stationed right here because of the one of my businesses and what we're doing. You guys aren't going to be seeing me much longer. I'm going to be bouncing the hell out of here. I've got another state. I've got projects in another state that I've got to go do. Some of these guys that are on right now, they're aware of where I'm headed, and
That's cool.
you know. But I've got a little bit of land that I need to go develop. Much warmer.
Is it?
Yeah. All right, listen, guys. I am not going to stick this out. I'm actually going to leave these guys alone. Mooseman's been really good with us. He's not gonna cause issues, you know. I don't believe any of the other officers here would give me any gaff. I believe that they've taken care of the problem by sending the gaff away. And my wife is messaging me saying, where are you? Are you lost?
Keep the wife happy, man.
A happy wife is a happy life. Amen. So with that being said, Mooseman, I'm going to give you some knucks and just say, hey, you guys be safe, all right?
Thank you. I appreciate
We do appreciate you guys being out there when you're acting appropriate, okay? We're not against cops. We're against bad cops, okay? We're against bad cops. The idea is if we can expose the bad ones and get them out of there, then your guys' jobs will be easier and our lives will be easier because you guys won't be out there violating rights unneedlessly. You know what I mean? Be safe, man. Do me a favor. Learn the first 5 elements of the Constitution.
I'll look you up on YouTube too.
Do it.
I'm gonna watch some of your videos.
All right, my friend. All right, guys. I really am going to get going. I would stick around. I don't think any of these guys are going to hassle me any. Still didn't get his name. I just can't quite see it because he's got his phone in the way. But it's 2217. I'm going to address the chat for just a second while I walk back down this road. I'm down this road a lot, it seems, lately, because there's a lot of police activity in this neighborhood. Appreciate all you guys coming in and saying hi to me. I am going to be getting out more and more. Smash that thumb, folks. I really appreciate it. We got 18 people in the house. It is a beautiful day here. Temperature is right around 55 degrees. There's a little bit of a cloud cover. Some of the neighborhood kids seen me walking. They seen this outfit, and I heard them say, "Kidnapper, kidnapper!" And they all ran in their house. I had to laugh. Utah kid, welcome in. Hey, CGO, American Public Recording. Appreciate you jumping in here with us, you know. Yeah, I don't know what the heck they're doing over there. I am curious though. Probably going to have to make a short out of that lady and her ego. And I think because they use my name, that I'm not going to put this out there. It's live. How are you guys doing? I am addressing the chat now. Good, good. I seen we had a few people in. I apologize, guys. Gotten a chest cold. Aggravated by allergies. Wiedemann. Good, good. Glad to hear that. I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm healing. Got past most of the pain from the injuries of that one accident. Yeah. Neighborhood dog doesn't sound very happy. Anyway, folks, I just seen them officers, wanted to see what was going on. And I was very surprised when that lady decided she wanted to act all inappropriate and tough, like she was going to do something. She even attempted to put hands on me. I don't know if y'all seen that or not, but she even attempted to put hands on me. Yeah, I don't know that she should have done that. That's not very smart of her. So with that being said, we're probably going to have to go down and file a complaint, and we'll go from there. We're going to put a stop to that. I am not putting up with, you know, it's one thing if I was actually even anywhere near them to be interfering, but I was over 150 feet away. Over 150 feet away, and she wanted to, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to measure the distance. And we're going to see how far away I was, okay? Because that's bull crap, all right? We're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be letting, you know, you don't do that. You don't get to put your hands on law-abiding citizens. You don't get to stop them from documenting your bull crap, you know? And I'm not going to do that. You're not going to stop me that way. And the only way you're going to stop me is if you put me in cuffs. Okay? I know there's a bunch of you watching. Y'all know I'm not going to interfere. And if you don't want me running my mouth, don't interfere with me. It's pretty freaking simple. Pretty freaking simple. You don't want me running my mouth, don't interfere with me with what I'm doing. Because I promise you, I am not going to interfere with your job. I'm going to document it. And I'm going to catch you when you do shit that's wrong. Go research the First Amendment, folks. Then research the Second. And then the Third. And then the Fourth. And then the Fifth. Then let's talk about the due process. And let's keep on going from there, okay? Maybe I should, maybe we should do one of those where we document and go through each of the amendments for these officers. So you think they're following me? All right, guys, listen. I am going to bring this to a close. Shut up. I need to get down the road here to my old lady. And we need to move on from there. So until next time, folks, y'all come back now, you hear?